What's up everybody? Donnie here, welcome back to another video. So good to have you, thanks for tuning in. Today we're talking my top 4 lures that I recommend when fishing the flats or shallow water in general. We're gonna start off with this top water. This bait here is very effective when thrown in low light conditions early in the morning or later in the evening. I was out here last week, I was throwing this same exact lure right after sunset and I had a snook, man, just came up and exploded on this bait here. The take is just incredible. The explosion that you get to witness is something else, man. It's just such an adrenaline rush. If you guys have not thrown topwater lures, you're gonna be blown away when you get that very first strike. Not only I hooked a decent snook on this topwater lure, I also hooked a decent sized trout too on the flats. Like I said, the explosion you get when using topwater lures is just incredible. It's amazing. Like, you guys have got to witness it. You guys have got to try topwater lures out if you guys have not thrown topwater lures. Let's move on to the next bait, which is the suspending twitch bait. This bait right here is probably one of the first couple of baits that I started throwing when I first started fishing the flats. I was throwing the shrimp a lot because of Blair Wiggins promoting DOA shrimp. We'll get into that later though, but I was throwing this suspending twitch bait a lot. This right here is a Mirrodine. This bait here is very effective for snook, redfish, trout on the flats, even Spanish mackerel too. They love that flash right there. The Mirrodine is super simple to work, and I highly recommend it if you're just starting out, fishing with artificial lures, trying to catch your first saltwater fish with using artificial lures. Very easy to work. All you gotta do is cast it out there, point the rod tip low, and then twitch the rod tip like that. Twitch, twitch, mix up the twitches. When you twitch this, it's gonna dart side to side just like that in the mid column of the water, and it's gonna create that flash that the predator fish like. Last night I was out there throwing the Mirrodine. I haven't fished this spot in a very long time, so I just wanted to check it out just to see what's out there. And I hooked onto 20 inch, I want to say 20-inch snook. That snook hit it real close too, like right off the seawall. You can catch a variety of species of fish using this suspending twitch bait here. That spot usually produces redfish for me, but they haven't been there. But I did manage to hook up a 20-inch snook. Better than nothing. It was a pretty slow night, but goes to show that these suspending twitch baits can be very effective at night too. All right, let's move on to the next bait, which is the paddle tail. Paddle tail has got to be my favorite bait to throw when I'm out there on the water. This lure here is very versatile because you can slap on a 1/8 ounce jig head when you're fishing the flats, like shallow water, 2 to 3 foot of water, and you can fish the beach, switch to 1/4 ounce and fish deeper water. Very versatile. I like using this for redfish on the flats in 2 feet of water, sight fishing for them. And I rigged this up with like a 1/8 ounce. I believe that's a chin lock by Z-Man or the twist lock. But you do have to go with the 1/8 ounce if you want to fish in like shallow water, in like 2 foot of water or even a foot of water. These redfish, especially in the wintertime, they'll sit up in like a foot of water, 2 foot of water. It's crazy. And these fish are huge too. I mean, these fish are 30, 35 inch, big old redfish sitting in shallow water. Very effective when you're fishing shallow water and deeper part of the water too. If you're fishing bridges, you can go with a bigger profile, slap on like a 1/2 ounce jig head or 3/4 depending on how deep you're fishing. Very effective. I've caught snook, big snook by using that rig. Big swim bait, heavier jig. Can't go wrong with the swim bait. Probably the most popular lures out there. I would have to say it's swim bait. Everybody throws swim bait. I might be wrong though. Some guys do like throwing artificial shrimp, which is the next bait we're gonna be talking about. This bait here is very effective on the flats, on the beach, just fishing right off the seawall for flounder. You can skip this underneath the dock, let it sink, pop that rod tip. I mean, you can slowly retrieve it, but I feel like the most effective way is to pitch it out there, pitch it underneath the dock, and then just pop that rod tip like that, flick it. And you might be surprised, man, you'll catch some big snook doing that. All right, guys, that's a wrap. These are my top 4 lures to throw out there on the water, but my favorite one would have to be the paddle tail. This here is the Slam Shady 3.5 inch paddle tail. Works really good. What do you guys like to throw out of these lures? Let me know in the comment section down below. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful. If you guys did, hit that like button, hit that bell notification, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.